Hi, world, ladies and gentlemen. This is a preamble for tonight's show, Keep It Real show, where we keep it real with Pastor Esther Obasi-Ike. So I want to welcome you to this preamble just to whet your appetite, just to serve you an appetizer while we wait for 8 p.m. East African time to host a global market dynamite, a man that I have known for several years, and I wonder how he combines the ministry with the marketplace, and yet he's not into full-time ministry, but he wears that regalia and wears the regalia of the global market. So we are just trying to whet your appetite to let you know that we are serious about this show. For those of you who want to build a career, for those of you already building, for those of you, you are in the business terrain, you need wisdom. Today in church, I preach about wisdom, that Jesus did not just get favor by laying of hands. It's not impact on me with laying of favor. No, he gathered information. He was knowledgeable from the scriptures. He was knowledgeable about current affairs. On the political arena, he was an expert. Socio-economic matters, Jesus was there. Everywhere he was there. No wonder favor followed him. So you need to understand that Christianity without information may not be very impactful. And this show is not just for Christians, it's for everyone. I've already seen that you are about 27 of you already watching the preamble, and I know that more will be keying in tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is this man that is called Mr. I.D. Enang? When he gave me his profile, I saw some abbreviations that are not very familiar to me. So he needs to explain what they are. I saw FCIM, FNIMN, RPA. So he will explain what these things stand for. Me, I know my own Ph.D. I don't know FCIM. I don't know FNIMN, RPA. But in a nutshell, before he tells you what these things stand for, this man you are watching right now is a business and strategic thought leader. Thought leader. And I can testify that this guy is a serious thinker. I have worked with him in the church. He is a serious thinker. And wherever you find people who think, things happen. Welcome, brother I.D. Enang. Who are you?
Thank you so much, my dear pastor, for having me. It's always a pleasure. To a lot of you that are just watching me and wondering, who is this man? Just a very simple character, I would say. My name is I.D. I met this beautiful pastor of mine 20 years ago, way back in Nairobi. And from that time, it's been an amazing relationship. She's one of those, including Pastor Prince Obasi-Ike, the husband, that have helped shape my calling, not just my calling, my ministry, and the opportunity to be able to serve God and serve humanity. So I really want you to join us 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 8 p.m. East African time, as we look through this process, because knowing my pastor, she's going to ask some very depth questions. I'm open to answer them. But one of the questions I need to really put on the answer now is the fact that those acronyms basically tell you about my professional life. I'm a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Marketing UK. I'm a fellow of the National Institute of Marketing Nigeria. As a matter of fact, I'm the first vice president of the institute as we speak. I'm also a member of the Advertisers Practitioners Council of Nigeria. That is the overall body that regulates advertising in the whole of Nigeria. I've sat in the council, and to a large extent, by the grace of God, I've been a corporate executive for about 3 decades. I've worked for the very best of organizations. God has helped me. Started my career with Guinness. I moved on to the Coca-Cola company, spent about 11 years. Between Guinness and Coke, I had 18 years. And I moved over from there to Cadbury, Nigeria. And then, as you would always expect, it's good to always move in change. I became the managing director of Samsung at the age of 44. and after that, I managed a business for L'Oreal. L'Oreal is a beauty giant, #1 beauty giant in the world. I had the privilege of running the business across the region before I had to go back to my first love. That is the calling and the grace that God had called me to do, which is being a trustee of posterity, mentoring the next generation. And that's where Corporate Shepherds comes in, and I am proud to be the founder. And I'll tell you a bit more about it when we meet in a couple of hours. Thank you, my pastor. Like I always call you, my pastor, my pastor. Over to you, man.
Thank you so much, ID. Look at the kind of portfolio you have. For the last 30 years, 3 decades, you have worked here. And I love what you said when you became a leader in Samsung at 44. I will not forget to bring up that in the interview tonight at 44.
Okay, man.
How did you build a career until at 44? Today in church, I was telling them that there is a popular saying that a fool at 40 is a fool forever. I say that thing is true. If at 40 years, you still can make intelligent choices in life, you still cannot make decisions that can influence your destiny positively, then the tendency is that you may never do it again after 40. Wow. So if at 44 you manage Samsung, and yet there are people at that age today trying to navigate to understand where they are heading to, I think these things will be important to understand. How do we build careers at a very tender age, middle age, before we hit 60? Because by the time you hit 60, it's not the time you should be discovering purpose. Even though people are saying that Moses discovered purpose at 80, but we are not Moses now. And you remember, and you remember in the time of Moses, they used to live up to 100 and something, 100 and that.
All right.
These days, if you clock 90, just be thanking God. That is
blessed.
On your 90th birthday, just go to church and stay there and tell Jesus, you have done me more. You have done me so much.
Well.
So we need to read the times and seasons like the sons of Issachar to be able to know that we don't have all the time to waste. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen he's a fellow to something in marketing. He's a fellow to something in Nigeria. He's a fellow. So all these things, and especially being now the vice president, one of the vice presidents in the marketing something in Nigeria, I saw that appointment and we congratulated him. He's going to talk a bit about it. So we are dealing with a guy, a man that understands the language of the marketplace. So he's going to tell us how he brings spirituality to the marketplace without compromise. And he's married, and he's married with 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. So, Brother ID, thank you for introducing yourself. See you 8 o'clock tonight for the real dish. God bless you.
By God's grace.
Amen.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, those of you that have watched us, make sure you share this on all social platforms. Let the youth, when ID was with us, he was the minister in charge of our youth, and the wife was in charge of our women's fellowship. So that tells you that these people are in the corporate, but that has not in any way disturbed their spiritual terrain. Rather, they bring the kingdom from the spiritual terrain to the marketplace and influence it positively. So make sure you keep it with us tonight. We will keep it real. In this show, we don't do cosmetic, no pedicure, no manicure. We keep it real. So please make sure you share this. Let your friends get ready for 8 o'clock tonight. Have a beautiful evening and connect with you shortly. God bless you.
Bye-bye.